They can be one way today, and once you have that baby, there is something in the brain chemistry that suddenly changes. There's no more of that desire, that drive, that dopamine hit, that innocence, that desire to just come in and get you mostly your body and your labor. Remember, I always say, a lot of men, it's all about sex. It's all about them, selfishness, and it's all about status.
Sometimes people get pregnant and men don't find themselves as attracted to a woman who's pregnant. I happen to. It's like a fetish. I love when my wife is pregnant. Some men don't. Some women, for certain pregnancies, don't want to have sex and feel like an extra burden because of that. There's many ways to miss each other in this whole thing. What I want you to understand is it's less about the act and more about continuing to nurture each other's nervous system as you both transform into something else. Each of you was a caterpillar, and now you're going through the process of becoming a butterfly, and that is an ugly, dark process sometimes.
Men change as their partner's pregnancies progress. They don't crave strange food or do a lot of vomiting, but their hormones change. A study at Harvard showed that their testosterone lowers and their prolactin increases. They may be responding to airborne pheromones that come from their partner's skin or sweat glands. But men change. In fact, they may also gain 15 pounds in what's called sympathetic pregnancy.
So baby comes in, something within their mind switches all of a sudden, and it feels like the attention they used to get, maybe that's just part of the research, it's not fully there anymore because that baby takes a lot of the mother's attention. That is no reason why that phenomenon should be, because a lot of men literally will start cheating on women once they have babies with them. They start to detach. They start to work more. They start to hang out with the bros. They start to have side chicks. They start to do all types of mean things, sometimes very subtle and sometimes very, very obvious. But you have to be aware of that. And once you start to notice the patterns, you, the woman, should know you have some decisions to make. But this happens a lot globally, but a lot of women tend to not talk about it because we are societally conditioned to believe we just have to endure, we just have to tolerate. It's just what comes with the package of being in marriage, being married, especially if that man is a provider man. There are a minority of men, outliers, who will not be like that, who will support, who will rally help, whether it's family help from both sides, help that's comfortable for the woman, help that is meaningful and fair, not help from bringing his mother in the house who becomes another baby, another whole person for her to have to take care of besides taking care of the baby, because that's just, fulfills the purpose of getting her help. When you just had a baby, you had surgery or not, either way, your body goes through so much physical pain, emotional pain, postpartum, and then this month start to switch up. You've gained a bunch of weight because you carried this baby. You're not feeling up to yourself. And sometimes a lot of women, like including myself, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you are literally back to work, especially many of us who are in trouble. We are not back in our home countries. You might not have as much help as we could have had if we were back in our home country. Even then, even that is not like that anymore. The type of community or village that a lot of women used to have back in the days, it's not like that anymore. It's very, very isolating. Having babies these days is very isolating. So leading up to having the baby is so important for you to be intentional about forming community for you, having the plans in place, having a nanny, if possible, if both of you can afford it, having a family member, having someone there who can be a consistent help. If you are going to be the sole person to do and the man has to jump off and go back to work right away, you have to plan all those things through, because coming home with the baby is great. It's a celebration, but in it, changing diapers, feeding, not sleeping, waking up, woo, it's a lot. And then to have to wonder what your partner is doing, what your husband is doing, and why he's not checking in, switching up his phone, turning his phone off, not being consistent, saying he's busy, saying you're disturbing him, saying you're nagging him, saying you're changing, saying you're blah, 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 expecting you to still cook a whole course meal for him when he gets home is insanity to me. Forget it if you already have one child and now you have a second or third child. Forget it. It's insane. And I don't know how not a lot of people are talking about this type of things, but a lot of men literally change once we have a baby with them, because that quick satisfaction of dopamine hit that they get from just you and him is completely gone. And now they have to jump on to another area, another place, another supply to get that, because it's all about selfishness. It's all about getting a quick fix. It's all about being very impulsive. They don't think through things, lack empathy, emotional regulation, conflict resolution, being able to think through things and put themselves in somebody's shoes is outside the range. They don't even think about, wow, what is the toll of this childbearing? What is the toll of it on this woman? And to reflect on it and to say, okay, I did my bad or whatever, and come back and be like, okay, how do we make it better? So it's better for you and it's better for him. But a lot of times it's easier to blame shift and put everything on you, and then at the same time go back and do whatever they want to do. And a lot of times some of those men, they have a whole baby, a whole wife, and they will go out there and act as though they are single. Make it make sense. Leave me a comment, maybe in the chat box, in the comment section. Let me know, what have you experienced once you have a baby with your man? If you had a sister, a mom, whatever, how did it look like? How did it look like? How did you deal with it? Okay, bye.
So let me ask you this, because a lot of men may not even understand how impactful it is to be there even throughout the pregnancy.
Yeah.
So that's why now I try to, because we're a blended family, y'all. So she's had her experiences with her babies. I had my experiences with my babies. But I know before I wasn't there like I try to be there for you now.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not the best even now, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better. But as far as just being there, I know you guys, women, deal with the physical. Like you said, there was days where you was crying and just going through it just physically. Yeah. That broke you down.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to men to help them to understand how important it is to be there and what you need as a woman going through your pregnancy?
Yeah. So let me first say this. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
You've done an amazing job, even down to like the doctor's visits. You always ask me, do you want me to go with you? You want me to be there with you? And at this point, all my appointments are the same. They go in, they check you, they ask you, are you okay? Is anything going on? And they send you home. There's nothing really going on that I feel like you have to be there with.
Yeah.
But the fact that you ask is like such a big deal. But really, all the things that you have been doing have been super supportive. And like you said, like we're the ones carrying, we're the ones going through the pain and the pressure. And so I would maybe say to men who are supporting their, pregnant partner, to let them talk it out.
Yeah.
If they say every day they don't feel good, don't act like it's a problem, or never go on the route like, oh my God, that's all you ever talk about, or whatever.
Because if they don't know, some men will assume, oh, they're just exaggerating.
Yeah.
Or they I know it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they really don't know.
Bro, it's that bad.
We think being a father starts after 9 months. You're a father as soon as that beautiful life start growing in the womb. But sometimes I don't think that we take the time to think about that. Women go through so many changes when they're pregnant, and we just look at it like they got an attitude or mood swings. No, man. It's so much deeper than that. She is going through a transformation, gaining weight, increased blood flow, morning sickness, heartburn, indigestion, back pains, joint pains. You have to be understanding, and you have to have empathy for what she's going through. You should be excited to be actively involved in all of her appointments. My son is 18 now, but it feels just like yesterday when I seen him for the first time through the ultrasounds. Create a comfortable environment, be patient, be compassionate, step up around the house, do whatever it takes to make sure that
If you love your relationship and you love your man, don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant. Kids complicate things. Don't get pregnant. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to ruin nobody's love life. If you want to get that man a baby, get that man a baby. But prepare yourself, because I'm not saying your man will, but a lot of men change once that you get pregnant. They change. You be feeling all them butterflies, be feeling so in love before them babies, and feel like you just can't live without them, and y'all miss each other, and y'all just want to be under each other all the time. But the moment that they give you their child, they do a whole 360 on their personality. That's why people be saying you don't really know a man until you get pregnant by him. It's a lot that comes with a child, and a lot of men are not men, and in their heads they are boys. They are mentally boys, and they are not ready for that heat that comes with having a child. They're not ready for those sleepless nights. They're not ready for the hormones that may come with your postpartum depression that you may have. Especially if you two are first-time parents, you are going to have disagreements about a lot. And that's where disrespect can be coming in. And that's where disappointments may happen. Because you will want them to console you, but instead they are bashing you as if you're not doing the best that you can do. You want that relationship to last, don't have that boy baby. If you can wait. Wait for as long as you can wait. Learn that person for real.
I didn't go into having a child thinking I wouldn't be with the father.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents are still married. So I did not see that. I did not see that. But when you are pregnant and when I gave birth, I literally was a different destiny. Like what I was attracted to before, I was not then. It was like a whole nother version of yourself, because there's this little person, a little you, and you know, it's very different. And I also think that I really want men to understand the scar they leave on women while they cheat on women if they're pregnant, or you know, how they treat their woman after they have a baby. I mean, it's huge. It's so huge. I'm 22, 23 pregnant, and I'm just hormonal crazy. Go through my baby daddy phone. We living together. I said, oh, cause dang, like it's betrayal. It's something that's really hard to get over. Yeah, it affects everything. I think that I really would like men to realize that.
Yeah.
How do men change when their partner is pregnant? So there was a study at Harvard that was conducted demonstrating that during pregnancy, men have decreases in testosterone and increases in prolactin, aka their sex drive may decrease. Number 2, sometimes men go through a sympathetic pregnancy where they actually gain weight as well. And number 3, men can respond to pheromones that are airborne from their partner. If your partner is currently pregnant, how are you changing? Hit plus for more.
Here are some reproductive truths that you girls need to hear. Men's lives don't change when they get you pregnant. The same way they can ejaculate in a tube sock and walk away like nothing happened is the same way they can ejaculate in you and get you pregnant and walk away like nothing happened. Your life is going to change, so you really need to think hard about it. No matter how much you love that man, you need to plan to be a single mother. When you have a baby, it is your baby. Having a baby, quote, quote, for a man will not make him love, like, or respect you. And if anything, it makes a lot of them hate y'all even more than they already do. Babies don't save or solidify relationships. Marriage is a much easier and tinier commitment than having a whole human being. Just because he got you pregnant does not mean he wants to be with you. And it also doesn't mean he has to be with you either. A baby does not a family make. Stop thinking that just because you had his baby, y'all are family and y'all are locked in. These men do not care. The bar is very, 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 very low for fathers. So please keep in mind, like I said before, you will likely be doing most of everything by yourself. You getting pregnant will reveal another one of your man or your child's father's faces. That's why a lot of women say that their baby daddy switched up as soon as they got pregnant, because now he knows you're stuck. You're carrying his child. You can't go nowhere. Many women contract STIs during their pregnancies. Many. Condoms and birth control do work when used correctly.